it's Natasha. In this video, we are going to be answering 80% of the most common questions we get asked about French drains. While the name French drain sounds complicated, it is really just a type of drainage system that can be put in a yard to alleviate a property's water issues. French drains dry out the surface and subsurface of a lawn and transport water away from one spot and into a designated area called a discharge station. This makes them a great option for anyone looking to fix a wet, soggy yard. By installing a French drain, you can take your lawn from damp and spongy and transform it into a dry space. How much a French drain costs is based on how much pipe is placed in the ground and the materials used in the build. A basic French drain costs around $4,000. This includes a full French drain system with 100 feet of pipe. An average French drain system is around $13,000, and this includes a full French drain system with 300 feet of pipe. A high-end French drain system is around $41,000 and includes a full French drain system with 1,000 feet of pipe. Some factors that can increase the cost of your French drain install are putting down temporary plywood roads to protect surfaces from machinery, tight spaces that do not allow excavators, loaders, and other machinery, resulting in the use of wheelbarrows, shovels, and hand digging, obstacles that get in the way of the project, such as fences, trees, and buildings, disposal of materials like soil and old pipe, and the amount of time driving and hauling these materials, having to add a sump system with electric pumps, length of distance to discharge station, tree roots. Systems may need extra pipe placed so that roots do not breach the pipe, marking the area for utilities, what fabric, gravel, and pipes are used in the system, and size and length of the system. Factors that can decrease the price of a French drain install are new construction with no new landscaped areas, open site that allows machinery full access, and on-site place to dispose of soil. To truly decide what system and method are best for you and your yard, you need to decide how fast you want to be able to use your yard after a rain event and what your budget allows. Choosing the exact location of your French drain is very site-specific. A basic layout usually includes the perimeter of your grass area with one or multiple pipes down the middle. The reason you would want a French drain on the perimeter of your yard is to collect any water from your neighbors. This is especially important if your neighbor's property is higher than yours. The perimeter would also include having a French drain installed close to your home next to the sidewalk and patio. Typically, sidewalks and patios are sloped to drain water into the grass. The larger the patio, the more important it is to collect this water. Adding pipes down the middle are what help the middle of your lawn to dry out. The more pipe there are and the closer they are together, the drier your yard will be after a big rain. The middle of your grass is typically where your kids and dogs play. Keeping this area really dry is usually pretty important. When you are designing a French drain system, the part of your yard you install the pipes will be the driest. So typically we start with the most important areas and expand the system from there based on your budget. Filter fabric is used in a French drain system to keep soil from getting into your trench and mixing with the round rock that was used to backfill the trench. This is important because keeping the round rock clean is essential to keeping the void space in your trench open. Void space allows the water in your trench to move freely and to the discharge station quickly. Your trench needs void space to allow air to move openly around the trench therefore creating an underground drying effect. Proper fabric allows all of this to happen. Not all fabric that is used for a French drain is equal. So if your system has fabric but is still not performing well, it could be that your fabric has not been tested for a high water flow. The type of pipe that is used in your French drain system is one of the biggest things that will make or break how your system functions, since the pipe is what allows water to flow to your discharge area. The most commonly used pipe for a French drain system is Big O pipe. This pipe puts an expiration date on your system, as it crushes easily and will get clogged with dirt and debris virtually within days of it being in the ground. Once Big O pipe is clogged, the system will need to be replaced. Perforated pipe, or pipe that has holes all around it, allows open air exchange to dry out the subsoil faster than any other pipe. This pipe can be put directly on the bottom of the trench, which will ensure that no standing water is left in the trench. When PVC pipe is used instead of perforated pipe, it needs to be placed on top of rock so that the holes in the pipe do not get clogged with debris. Because the pipe is not placed on the bottom of the trench, some water is not able to make it into the pipe, causing standing water. Standing water is a problem because any trees or plant roots nearby will look for that water and will infiltrate the system. Once this happens, it's only a matter of time before your pipe is clogged and will need to be replaced or cleaned out. Pipe and how much pipe is placed in your French drain system is important because the pipe that is in the ground is what makes it disappear to the designated discharge area. The more water that gets into your system, the drier your yard will be. This means that the more pipe that is placed in your yard, the better the drainage system. The best layout is different for each yard and space and should be based on your budget and how quick you want your yard to dry after a rainfall. A discharge area is where all the water from your trench ends up. Once the water from your lawn is inside of a French drain, it will flow virtually unrestricted to the lowest point in the system, which is where you want your discharge area to be. Most French drain systems discharge to a concrete sump where any sediment or debris can settle to the bottom of the basin. Other options for a discharge area are a city storm water connection, ditch, or lower area that can be flooded. As long as the discharge area capacity to intake the water isn't exceeded, the water will not back up the French drain trench. The lifespan of a French drain is determined by the materials and design of the system. Most materials will not biodegrade in the ground on their own, but rather will fail from poor installation or design. PVC, for instance, is very strong, but because of this, will not flex under changing ground pressures from frost or ground settling. A cracked PVC pipe at the bottom of the trench will need to be replaced much sooner than a flexible corrugated pipe that is rated and designed for a French drain system. A properly designed and installed system will outlast and outperform in every category. It will have little to no maintenance and will last well past a lifetime. You may be asking yourself, is a French drain system a good fit for me? Great question, and it's an important one too, as you will not want to have to redo a drainage system once it's already in the ground. Because French drains dry out the surface and subsurface of a lawn, the result of having a French drain system installed is that your yard will be dry much quicker after a rainfall compared to if you did not have a French drain installed. Anyone who is looking to be able to use their yard a day after a rain event, is on a strict mowing schedule, or just wants to prevent their home from muddy paws and children's fingerprints will benefit from a French drain system.